Today, I'm going to share with you 5 things that I am leaving behind this year and letting go of as we enter into the new year. And by the end of this video, I hope that you'll be inspired to put together your letting go list. First up on the list of things I'm leaving behind is other people's opinions. Have you noticed that more than ever, it seems, people seem to be so opinionated and angry at everything? You just have to look at comments on social media to see what I'm talking about. More now than ever before, it seems, we're in an age where simple solutions and snap judgments are being given for very complex situations. Likewise, not everyone is going to understand you. Not everyone is going to get you and your vision and your dreams or support you. Taking stock of other people's negative viewpoints or criticisms of you is only going to weigh you down and clutter your head with stuff that doesn't belong there. I've learned that someone else's opinion of me is actually none of my business. Listen to the opinions, the viewpoints, the constructive thoughts of those around you that you love and that love you, because they generally will have your best interests at heart. Whatever anybody else has to say simply does not matter. You can safely discard it. I've discovered that it seems far easier to criticize than to create. We're in a culture of consumerism and consumption. Creativity requires vulnerability. Whether we're writing a blog, cooking, creating art, recording a video, whatever it is, we are exposing that inner part of ourselves as we create. And it seems that the most outspoken people ready to criticize are those that are not themselves creating anything, but rather consuming. They're actually playing it safe, because instead of creating something and putting themselves out there, it is less effort to be an armchair expert critiquing everything that comes their way. That's why this next year, I'm going to keep forging ahead, doing what I do, and not be swayed by the opinions of people that don't even know me. This quote from Hannah Bloom sums it up very well. We can't control others' opinions of us, but we can control the opinion we have of ourselves, which is the one that matters the most. Another thing I'm choosing to leave behind for this next year is resentment. Resentment is most easily defined as anger directed to others for what they did or did not do. The Oxford Dictionary defines resentment as bitter indignation for having been treated unfairly. Harboring resentment in your heart causes more harm to yourself than the actual person you're resenting. We somehow think that holding on to resentment, holding on to unforgiveness, that it's somehow going to magically translate into the other person feeling the pain that you've endured. Nelson Mandela, a true authority on releasing bitterness and resentment and unforgiveness, said this: resentment is like drinking poison and hoping that it will kill your enemies. Unforgiveness and resentment makes us bitter. It hardens our hearts and cuts us off from being free and at peace with ourselves. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're letting someone off the hook or saying that what they did was okay, but it is about releasing that headspace and that part of your heart, creating capacity for better things, for growth, for healing, for moving forward. Check your heart about those you have forgiven. Are you still holding on to resentment about that person or that situation? It's time to let it go. And remember, forgiving someone doesn't mean that you're a doormat now. It doesn't mean that you're giving them access back into your life or that part of your heart, or allowing them to repeat what they did in the past. Forgiveness means that you have chosen to let go of the malice and the resentment in your heart, and that you have truly released that headspace and that heart space that they once consumed. Perhaps you may be feeling that whoever hurt you does not deserve forgiveness, but letting go of resentment and choosing to forgive is the best gift that you can give yourself so that you can heal and move forward. Going into this next year, I've made an active choice to let go of any resentments that I become aware of whether they're old or new. Another thing I have chosen to let go of coming into this new year is waiting for my dreams to happen. One of the biggest lies that we tell ourselves is that there is always time. One day when I grow up, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. I've made a decision that going into this next year, I will not imagine that my goals and dreams will come into reality simply because I'm thinking upon them or praying about them, expecting them to manifest out of nowhere, but my mind alone. Yes, to clarify, we must absolutely gear our minds towards receiving opportunities, towards our goals. But if I don't choose to take steps with tangible actions, I am no closer to accomplishing my goals than I was a day, a week, a month, or even a year ago. And if you're ready to get started with your dreams today, watch this video or save it to watch later. Please drop me a line in the comment section below and let me know what you're choosing to let go of in this next chapter of your life. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want more videos to inspire you to become the best version of you that only you can be. Another thing I'm letting go of this next year is friendships that no longer work. Have you noticed that there comes a time in some friendships where it feels like it's a lot of effort to maintain? Perhaps it feels like you're battling to connect with them like you used to, or you're running out of things to talk about. Or perhaps there is just this unspoken drifting apart. There are some friendships I have let go of, not because of any huge falling out, but sometimes because of this natural drifting apart. It can happen when our lives change or go in different directions, and that's okay. It doesn't diminish the role that that friendship has played in our lives for that time. And it doesn't mean that we're burning any bridges. Mature friendships can pick up where they left off if they're meant to be rekindled later on. Don't maintain a friendship out of guilt or feeling like it is expected of you. It will only lead to frustration and resentment. And if you're worried about hurting someone's feelings, that's no reason to hold on to a friendship. If it now feels exhausting hanging out with certain friends, it can also be an indicator that it's time to let go. Sometimes letting go of old relationships that no longer serve us creates space in our lives to forge new friendships and relationships that can be greatly beneficial for all involved. I'll end this point with a great quote from Mel Robbins. She said, "Authentic friendship is not about drama or obligation. They are supportive. They stay present and make time to see each other. And when there isn't time, they don't make you feel guilty." Those are the friendships that I will continue to invest myself into in this new year. Another thing I'm letting go of is maintaining my health. Please don't stop watching. Let me explain. To live to the best of my potential, it's not enough to maintain my current health habits. I need to strive to improve my physical well-being rather than being stuck in maintenance mode. For me, it's an ongoing journey of discovery, of figuring out what foods fuel my body and my mind, and training my body beyond its current limitations. I've made a choice to up the ante regarding my physical health into this next year. I have to keep my body healthy and fit. I'm recommitting myself to eating right, consuming less junk, exercising daily, getting fitter, and ensuring I get enough quality sleep. The better my physical health, the more I'm able to make the most of every day. Speaking of making the best of every moment, I've made a conscious choice to say no to distractions so I can be present in the here and now as much as possible, giving my full attention to whatever activity I'm busy with or whomever I'm engaging with. Watch this video for tips on how to become more present and living in the now. And that wraps up my letting go list for this next year. Let me know in the comments what you've decided to let go of in this next year.